Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream, Raids, week 6, day 1. So of course we are stuck with Ghulvania this week. Ghulvania is a pretty horrible kingdom. Back when true damage was decent, that was slightly different, but these days, yeah, there's almost zero viable troops from this kingdom as of currently. The only thing that's particularly useful is Wolf, though he does not synergize with Mang, nor does he synergize with the Raid troop, so that's pretty useless. There's Crimson Bat and Draculus, though both of them have their own niche context, which they wouldn't work in raids. So that basically leaves nothing that is particularly viable to run. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really annoying raid week, that is for sure. We'll see exactly what happens, though. Hopefully we can just win it off the Mang combo, if nothing else. Worst comes to worst, that is not where that key mode is, but let's just get into it, see what we can do. And if you guys have any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Let's see. Hello, William. Hello, Mass. Hello, Danny. Hello, TJ. Hello, William. Hello, Captain. Hello, Mitternach. Hello, Rasta. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Julio. Hello, Churros. Hello, Tony. Hello, Max. Hello, Alonso. And hello, Julio. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone else. Got any... Oh, you got a word breaker today, Mass. Congratulations. Very nice. Any team suggestions for it? Do I not currently have mine set up? I might have overwritten mine. I think I still have it. I normally would. No, I think I did overwrite my dragon team, didn't I? But it's this team. It's I'm overwriting all my teams. I need to just go reset up my bottom teams here or something. Anyways, let me go and oops, I just replaced out a 4x dragon apparently. But that's not the right 4x dragon. This is the team word breaker. Well, not this order, but let me get everything in. Word breaker plus glitter claw is really, really good. The combination of it, and then you just put it with a dragon soul to cover more color, and for the explosion, and we also need the mountain crusher. Ideally, you'd be using this with Dragon Guard hero class, but I can't switch it because I need the other hero class for the game mode today. But that's the team, and you run it with standard Dragon Soul banner, plus 2 purple, plus 1 red, and there we go. Okay. And we end up getting a slight bonus. We're getting slightly extra from the dragons. Technically, it would be 4 dragons, but of course, we're only running... we're not running the correct hero class currently. But it is technically full dragons. And dragon hero class would give you HP and magic to all your other allies per turn. Plus, you gain slightly more stats off of that. But yeah, it's pretty much this team. Ends up working out pretty decently. Ooh, except we're up against one of the other ridiculously hard teams right now. So we'll see what it does against this. Also, hello, JG Blanco. And thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. But we'll go and see what we can do here. He's about to mercy, so we're going to want to set everything up for anti-mercying. Let's see. We'll take that one down. Maybe move this over and try for a yellow cascade there. Ooh, we actually got it. Nice. And I believe he misses with mercy other than right there. So we'll just go take a red. That'll be full dragon soul, and then we get going. And it pretty much misses. Clear out the board. Get all the mana we need. And then we just auto-win. If we have Glitter Claw, we throw Glitter Claw. If we don't, we throw a Ward Breaker, and we just keep repeating that until we win, essentially. And throwing Dragon Soul and Mountain Crusher as we need, here and there. So we'll just throw Dragon Soul there. Still no Glitter Claw. So we're just going to Ward Breaker. At this point, by the time we get a Glitter Claw down, we're not even going to need it. So we'll go through a Dragon Soul, then a Ward Breaker, and then that'll be match. Good. We do have a Glitter Claw. A little late. Actually, very late, but there we go. That's pretty much what the team looks like with Word Breaker. You can also use Word Breaker in various Gorgulfa teams. And that's about it, if I'm not mistaken, because it's Dragon Centaur. You really only use it with dragons as far as actual type synergy. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like whenever you go down with it. Pretty nice mythic to have. Definitely one of the slightly better ones out there. Anyways, where are we with raids these days? Looks like my guild has gotten to portal number 4. So let's go get our 1 free orb. See what we get from it. Come on, not green. Hey, we got a blue. That makes up for quite a few of the other ones. Oh, by the way, I accidentally clicked claim all earlier, which was why I wasn't in the video earlier. But I ended up getting a green orb from... I don't think it shows it if I actually go and click on it, but under the mail, under collected... From last week's thing, I ended up getting a small little green orb again. We've been getting really bad luck with the green orbs. Okay, apparently it's so far back I can't even see it. But, yeah, we ended up getting a small little green orb from it, unfortunately. But luckily that blue orb makes up for it. That's the best drop we can possibly get from it, so very, very nice. Anyways, let's go and actually do some battles then. Don't think I've killed a single one other than the one earlier. I'm running currently with Mang using Archer Fully Traded, Carmella for just standard raid troop, Banshee for the red mana generation. It also gains a soul, so that's pretty irrelevant, but hey, more souls. And Vargoyle. Vargoyle. I'm just calling it Vargoyle. Kind of like Gargoyle, except Vargoyle. I assume that's correct. But for the sanity of me trying to mispronounce it, I'm just going to call it Vargoyle. Anyways, this thing's pretty useless. It doesn't even boost based on magic on anything. It's basically just a firebomb that can keep casting over and over again. And even then, it doesn't even do damage like a firebomb does, so it's pretty useless. Also, of course, there's no divines this week. They're all, like, from, what's the kingdom called? Zolkari. And Zolkari, I believe, has 0 divines. So there's literally 0 things he'll ever be able to damage. So he's essentially just explosion, and that's it. And a stun, I guess, but I guess stun could come in handy. Some of them have like entangle and some other annoying traits. I can't stun the boss, of course, though. Also, that reminds me, what does the boss do? Kill an enemy, poisons and freezes all enemies. That's not really too bad. The freeze slightly, the poison not so much. We could even use that to our advantage if we really wanted to by using like the a hero class that synergizes with that, like Orb Weaver. But I'm not going to bother. We're going to stick with as is and should be fine. Better to have that mana start. Also, hello, Hoa. Hello, Zero. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Text. Hello, Hyper. Hello, Gino. Let's see, who else did I miss? Hello, Steve. Hello, Osman. Hello, Durade. Welcome all. And hello, Bratkins. Like Ratatouille? Varguli? Varguli? Varguli. Varguli? Is it Varguli? Varguli. Is that right? I like Vargoyle. We'll see what Salty calls it on her stream. Also, she hasn't messaged me back. If you're wondering why we're using this interface, it's because she hasn't given me more codes. Dun dun dun. But yeah, she still hasn't yet. I don't know why. But yeah, she hasn't replied back to either of the 2 things yet. Hopefully she will. But she'll be streaming, so she'll be forced to have to answer. No, I'm pretty sure she's just been busy. But yeah, we don't have any codes currently. But we can take all of Salty's codes when she goes and does her thing. Also, by the way, it is storming by me right now. So if I randomly, like, just end the stream, it's probably from my connection going down. So if anything preemptively goes down, it's probably because I lost connection. And if it does, I'm probably not going to continue because it's going to take too long for it to get back up. Anyways, what do we stun? We'll go and stun. What's even the most annoying thing here? They all are. No, oh, we'll go stun you, I guess. So we'll do that. Get a little bit of our mana up. Ideally, we'd have alignment here, which we do not. We also don't have enough damage. So we're going to have to do some really weird move, like maybe try taking a skull from the top. Didn't get it. He converts all that over. He's going to get a skull. Barely does any damage, yet he's still trying to get us. Oh, you know what? We could use that to our advantage. Giant Spider creates a... Why did it create it so weak? Oh, because it's common. It's because of the base rarity thing. And it's not applying the boost up stats from the game mode to it for whatever reason. Oh, that's actually really good then. We need to keep every Giant Spider this week alive. That's going to make this so ridiculously easy. Because that's going to summon the same thing even once we're doing the ridiculously high battles. So every single Giant Spider we ever see. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't keep it alive. There's only one really big downside with that too. He's going to... If Dark Zugoff isn't already killed out, it is going to be so ridiculously easy for him to get full mana off a Giant Spider cast. So we'll have to be careful about that. Yeah, I've been pronouncing it as Vargoyle. Like a gargoyle, except Varg. Okay, we'll go and take the skull there. We don't have the extra damage, but of course we can Archer at any time. We'll go again. Come on, Archer. Nope. Okay, we'll just go and poke him with this. We don't really get any value on the board, but it secures the kill. Stop taking mana. Stop taking mana. Okay, I'm going to let him have the skull. Or do I? Never mind. We get so much red out of that. The only problem is we don't currently need red, do we? If we had a firebomb right now instead of him, we'd probably be able to get those off the board. But if I do it now, there's a good chance it won't hit it properly. Okay, so I'm going to go for it. Probably wasn't worth it. But we'll go and mang him. We're actually about to have a death on, like, one of the early battles. That's how bad Ghulvania is. Okay, we'll go stun that guy. We'll go through this. Dead. And take out the other one. Dead. Yeah, this is going to be a really annoying raid week. We're barely even forward yet, and we're almost getting hit by Zugov. We're on like the 3rd or 4th boss. Say Ignat, Ignat, Ignat. Is that what we're gonna spam Salty with? How do you pronounce Ignat? We should all spam her with different pronunciations of Ignat. I believe that was the original thing we were gonna do. To see what she says is the correct pronunciation. Okay, we'll go and... It's a pretty common word too, isn't it? Even though I don't normally see it around at all. It's just one of those words I just cannot pronounce. What do we need? Do we even need another Mang? Not really. I need her to get to full mana, but it's not available, so we'll take the purple over. He'll go drop all that. We'll try for the yellow here. He took some of my magic, though. We already did our Mang, so it doesn't matter. Even if we didn't, that would have made very little difference. But we'll go and take it out with the one shot. How much damage are we up to with this? 93 damage is how much this does, with just 3 times. It's not too bad. So I'll go take the skull there. And what else? I guess we'll take blue into skull. See if we can get that going. And nope, not quite. Not quite. We'll take a red from there. Well, that just got a devour. That's not good. Well then, apparently we have another threat that could just instantly kill us out of nowhere. Nothing on my team is immune to devour. He only has a 20% chance, but wow, that is annoying. What are you doing? Not only that, but it has immune to devour too, so we couldn't even instant kill it. We'd have to death mark it. Actually, there is a weapon that we could do to go death mark it, though. We could go do it on this guy, and then it death marks all of them. It's not worth using compared to Mang, though. But wow, that can actually be a little dangerous. If he just randomly devours our hero, we lose instantly, because he takes all my attack value that I took from him. And he'll basically just have a Zugov 2.0 just sitting right there. If he ends up getting that successfully. So, gotta try to avoid that. Okay, let's go take purple and get the convert, or do we just go straight into Mang? I think we just go straight into Mang, so we'll do that. Get the Mang, get the double, get the kill secure, just so we don't have to deal with it. And there we go. So even if we lose, we still get the kill damage. So we'll take the skull there. Do we have any more spoilers on them? No, because Salty never got back to me on what I can say. She hasn't gotten back to me with codes nor on the other thing. So I don't know what I can actually say about them. But as far as Ignots, from what we already know, or what I know I can already say about them, they're going to be basically resources that you can obtain through various means within the game. And you'll be able to go and upgrade every single weapon using them. There's one per every single rarity within the game. And you'll be able to use these to get extra bonus stats onto various weapons, as well as various extra effects when you cast them. So it's basically going to make every weapon in the entire game more powerful. There's also going to be changes specifically to hero class that is also going to make them more powerful. But weapons in particular is the one that they end up showing there, where you basically get these Ignots, little resources from mini games, keys, stuff like that, as well as just battles in general. And you basically just use these things to upgrade your weapons. Okay, we'll go and we'll take the red. Go and throw down the Mang kit. This one's completely blocking it, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Hopefully get a nice cascade here. But yeah, I might have a lot more to say tomorrow, because Salty is streaming next version tonight. So whatever she shows, I'm allowed to say. So I will go over all of it. Too bad I can't just stream the beta version myself. Actually, I believe the version she's on isn't even the beta version. It's like a weird, slightly more updated version of the beta version. Okay, let's go and throw the poke down. And then the second poke will kill it out. Wow, he hits hard. He doesn't even have Devour yet, and he's already almost killing out our hero. Yeah, this is going to be a abysmal raids week. It might be one of the worst ones yet. Because the raid troop is useless. The secondary effect on it, that is. Our mana generator is horrible. And our other mana generator is even more horrible. Actually, you know what? This might be slightly better than Banshee. I know it's hard to tell. But we just don't have any options. It's not Ignot, it's Inget. It's an Inget? Gotta get the Inget? Is that it? Am I getting closer or further away from the correct pronunciation? Actually, you know what? Let's solve this once and for all. Let's go look it up on YouTube. Why don't we just do that? Open a new tab. Ignot. Let's see. Ignot pronunciation. Here we go. Let's see if this one says it correctly. So let me know if this one's correct. Should be.
Ingot.
Ingots. Ingots. Weird. Ingots. Ingots? Ingots. That doesn't even look like how it is. Ingots. Ingot. What happens to the G? You're like using it for both of them. Ingot. Or is it ingots? Ingots? Ingots. Somewhere's around there. Anyways. We're getting closer. Let's go throw some manas. He'll hit me with a skull. Only one's not gonna matter. Ow, he did hit it for a doom skull though. I'll take another skull just to knock it out. I need to do something about that. We'll worry about it in a second. Let's not give him yellow mana, would be great. Don't web something that's important. Okay, that is exactly what I told you not to do. AI. Oh, it does that on skull. Okay, I'm gonna have to change up the game plan here, so we'll do that. As long as he doesn't take a yellow surge, we should be okay. I'm so tempted to take that just so he doesn't, though. He's getting way too much mana right now. And I can't keep stopping him from taking yellow. Also, any mana he takes ends up getting it, so I'm going to do that. Only does 1 damage because of the thing, but we'll take that. Should be able to get the kill. Never mind. Well then. Valraven, you better not escape. I'll go get an explosion, I guess. Ow. Okay, at least we have alignment here. Unfortunately, we're frozen completely. But we'll go and throw this onto the other one, because I believe we'll be able to just skull hit him. Okay, so far no yellow for him, so good. We'll go for this. Stun, well, you're the only one we can even stun, so we'll do that. There we go, we did get the skull. And then we'll take the other skull. And there we go. That was a little shaky, but it did come through. We're almost already losing on the earlier battles. Do I also pronounce robot as robit? No. But that's because... Ignot. I guess they're kind of the same thing. I just always think of ing as different, though. Okay, let's just take a skull. Take it over. Take the other one. Yeah, someone did bring to my attention that it's just like the same as gold ignot. What do we need? We'll go and take the red. Mangit, throw the other hit. Take a skull. The N is before the G. I know that. That's just not how it's coming out, though. Oh, so I'm already starting to mispronounce it again, aren't I? Probably. We'll go take a yellow. Get us the full mana. Take the skull to kill that out. And then we just have the little spider to deal with, and we'll be good to go from there. All he needs is one little poke. He isn't really going to kill us. Though I say that now. Watch, we're going to lose to just a single spider later. Nothing but a spider. The smaller one, not even Giant Spider. Giant Spider can easily kill us by getting right into Dark Zugoff. But I mean, like, the little this little smaller spider swarm is definitely going to kill us at least once. Hope Crescent worked pretty good for you. Hope Crescent. Which one is that? Isn't that the one that boosts based on Divine? This kingdom doesn't have Divines, though. Trying to think of which one that is. Let me go double check that weapon. They keep adding so many new weapons as of recently, I keep forgetting what each one of them specifically is called. Is that the one that boosts based on undead or something? Is there even one that boosts based on undead? Let's see. We'll go and... let's go get a Mang down. Can you try Mang, Carmelo, Banshee, and Dark Priestess? It's a bit risky, but it works well in the later rounds. It would give you the shield protection. The biggest issue with that is too many things in this kingdom have poison. So we keep losing our barrier near immediately. But I guess as long as it works against that one instance, it would be fine. But we have a 50% chance per turn when we're poisoned that we're going to just lose our barrier. That was the main reason why I was not doing it in the first place. Alright, we'll go get the explosions. There's not really too much of a need for the stun that we're using right now. Alright, we'll go and take a skull poke at the kill. Go for a Banshee if we can. Hopefully get alignment off of that. Does not look like it, so not going to bother. Go for the poke. And another poke dead. The other slight issue with that too is we're going to lose our HP. And they do have some true damage, if I'm not mistaken. And even if they don't, it's going to bring us very, very low. It's going to bring us into 1 skull range after it finally goes down. I still feel like that'd be too risky. As you said, maybe in the later battles we'll give it a shot. Not until then, though. Like, once they start hitting, like, 60 plus on skulls, we might want to switch into going the barrier route with the other troop. But until then, I don't think it's going to be worth it. Yep, so I did that to give him not a skull. And then I give him a skull. Good job. Okay, let's take a yellow to brown, or we could just pass our turn by using Mank. And I think I'm actually going to go for that. Hopefully he doesn't go for it, and he doesn't. Okay, we'll use that for our turn then. Oh wait, I gave him a skull? Apparently. Okay, that's not good. I'll go take a purple to red. Didn't get the extra turn we wanted, but we'll go take that one. Ideally, we would have gotten another skull. Did he really just survive with armored? Yes, he did. That's annoying. He might evade with a Val Raven. He's thinking about it. He sure is trying. Did we just apply damage to him? I think that's the game plan. Instead of doing the skull route, we just go do that, hit him with an ability, and go from there. So the easiest way from here would be to get... There we go. Never mind. We'll just do that then. Kill that with that. Find a skull to go poke with that. And then we just throw all of our cast on this other one. And dead. Too bad Banshee can't fill into what's her name. Really wish she actually did use red. Blue-red would be the best thing that she could have been as far as coloration, I think. As far as in the current team that we're using right now. Blue-red would have been perfect. But oh well. Can't change our color. Blue-yellow's still useful in the context of the kingdom, but in the context of using a Banshee, it's kind of clunky. I'll move that over. Start getting the abilities up. Start getting Mang ready. So we can go throw it onto last slots. Yeah, hopefully they'll eventually release a Mang weapon better than Mang weapon. Better than Mang itself, I mean. Like, so far, every single weapon they've been adding that's kind of like Mang are all weaker than Mang. So if you already have Mang, there's like no point in using any of them in most situations. Okay, let's go, and I guess we'll take a blue and try for the skull off the top. Ah, I gave him the skull. Okay, we'll just take that one then. He'll get another one. Ooh, triple damage. Ow. That hits hard. That hits very hard. Alright, we'll try for this. We'll get a mango on it. Mainly just in case we need some other damage to go kill it with. And I guess we'll take the yellow. Oh, he would get the skull off of that. Okay. Take another one. At least the rest of our team isn't poisoned. And actually, they're immune to poison because they're all undead, so that actually works out nicely. So the only thing he can actually do triple damage to is our hero. And dead. Yeah, I guess against that, the Dark Priestess technically would be slightly better. Because we need the Dark Priestess for the, Wait, there's one problem with Dark Priestess, though. It doesn't use red. What are we going to do with all of our excess red mana? Once our hero dies, we instantly lose. Because Banshee isn't feeding into anything. Oh, go look at Hope's Crescent? My bad. Let me go do that. Yeah, you were just mentioning it, and I completely forgot about it. It's the undead one, right? I keep forgetting about those useless weapons because they were useless when they first came out, but then they were buffed, and then I never looked at them again when they were buffed. So some of them are actually somewhat decent, like the Divine one, and a few others. And I assume the one you're referring to is the undead one. Given that we are running, we could easily run all undead this week. Okay, let's go get the kill there. And what else do I need to move around? I guess we'll take the free turn, might as well. Take the skull. Oh, I should have taken those yellows too. Could add another ability. Luckily, he just gives us that. Take the skull, dead. Okay, let's see what Cope's Crescent thing is. What does this thing do with which you're referring to? Let's see. Edit team. Loading. Weapon. Hope's Crescent. Destroy an enemy's armor. Deal 32 damage, deal triple if their life is greater than mine. Why would we need this? We could throw it on, well, maybe the coloration. No, we wouldn't need it for coloration. Unless, what was the brown, what would be the brown that we'd, what would be the brown we'd replace on the team? Were you referring to using Grave Knight into Hope's Crescent? I guess technically that could work. But, oh wait, never mind, they both do the same thing, so that wouldn't really matter. Yeah, why do we need Hope's Crescent? It's green-red. The colors on it doesn't really work that well in the context of our team. We get more value out of Mang. We could do it to rush down the boss, but it's going to make the rest of the battle harder. It's really good at taking out the boss, that's for sure. But the problem is you need to win the battle too to be able to get higher on your boss. Otherwise, it's going to stay at the same level, meaning you're overall getting less points if you don't actually win out the battle. Also, if there's a Valraven, while you still get to retain the points for how much boss damage you do not get to claim the Valraven if you lose the battle. So, yeah, I don't really see a need to go switch this. It would definitely kill the boss quicker, but it would make everything else harder in the battle. So we don't really need to use it. If the enemy troop has higher HP than you, then you'll one-shot everything. That would happen, but we're not at the point where they're higher HP than us yet. We would need them to be consistently 67 plus on all of them, and they're not currently at that point. Yeah, we could definitely go use it, probably tomorrow. I'll give it a shot, might as well, and see what happens with it. But there's no need to use it today, since the only thing it would work on is the raid boss specifically. Let's see. Well, I'm mainly referring just to today, not to the entirety of it. Because the initial day is always the one where you need the quicker hits on, just to clear through them nicely. And then you go scale up into something like Mang or some other one-shotting troop thingy, which can easily take care of the later battles. How to get Hope's Crescent? It is literally unobtainable if you don't currently have it. It was available during the one event thing and then is never available again. They'll probably add it back into the game eventually in some way, shape, or form. But they've been doing that a lot lately, adding more and more of those completely unobtainable weapons if you haven't gotten them specifically from the event. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be doing in the future to make them obtainable again. But it's also one of the reasons why I don't like using it, because there are a lot of people that don't own it. And I generally try using things that most people do own. Like, there's a lot of weapons that probably almost no one in this entire stream owns that we have from ages ago. Some of them that were only ever released once, like 2 or 3 years ago. Or through payments within the game, which most people don't have. Like Crescendo, Sun and Moon, stuff like that. Fire and Ice. And a few other kind of small niche weapons that are occasionally good, but I never show them in context of teams, just because almost no one owns them. Also because Dawnbringer's superior to almost all of them. But, of course, most people can't get Dawnbringer either. I still like showing Dawnbringer, though, just because it is technically obtainable, whereas the other ones are literally unobtainable. Okay, let's go, and what do we even need to move here? That better not be our only move, because our hero dies out if it does. Okay, we'll just let it happen. So, down it goes. Take the yellow, throw the poke, go from there. Oh, that wasn't... Really? You just survived with 1 HP. That's not good. Okay, we'll go take a red, I guess. Hit the surge. Take our green. Throw some explosions. The only slightly good thing about this, even though it doesn't scale off of magic, that also means it can't be disabled by magic, which is kind of cool. But it's already so useless that that doesn't make much of a difference. Here, have a stun. And I guess we do a Banshee, but it's going to do 0 damage once we get to that point, if it's webbed at the moment. Did it just free web the exact same troop? Pretty sure it did. Also, we're almost already dead to this thing, which is pretty sad. But we'll go take that, take a Banshee convert. We're currently going to do a lot less damage, but still enough to get through. And done it goes. Yeah, it was a raid weapon from like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That weapon that came in. But yeah, the only way I believe Hope's Crescent will ever come back into the game is through the $5 thingy, or never. Probably never. I don't think they've added any of the older These 5-hour deal things are generally only for like the really, really old weapons. As you can see, this chain flail came out like a year and a half ago or something. But mainly just to those like really old weapons. I don't think they actually add the more recent invasion and raid weapons and stuff to this thingy at all. It's kind of weird. Yeah, there's a lot of really strange old weapons that are pretty good. Most noteworthy ones are Chalice, which gives all allies a bunch of life and armor, as well as an extra turn chance. Crescendo, which true damage is not really that good at the moment, but if it ever does make a comeback, it deals true damage to everything and gains an automatic extra turn if anything dies on the opposing team. Also gains 1 additional damage per cast that it does. Gains 2 magic. So you can start stacking up a little bit as well. Some other ones are Fire and Ice and Sun and Moon, as I mentioned. I believe Sun and Moon they actually do add by another way within the game, but I don't think Fire and Ice is. But both of them just deal damage to all enemies. They're basically minier versions of a Dawnbringer, which would be really cool if they actually brought them into the game normally. But yeah, it deals damage to all enemies and gives all allies 2 life. The yellow-purple one does the same thing, except it's for +1 magic to all allies. And there's also a free brown-green one, which you can get from completing out Kazale Kingdom, which does attack. So technically a version of it does exist, but of course the coloration is different. And this is one of the more useful colorations, same as Sun and Moon. And there's a few other smaller weapons like that too. But you almost never see me using them, if ever, just because a good majority of people don't own them. Anyways, let me go and... I keep clicking on every possible wrong area. Let's go into this. About to get our next reward, though it's only a vault key. I'm not opening vault keys until the next vault event, which is not this Friday, but the following Friday. I'll probably end up using Draculus. I don't foresee myself using Draculus this week at all. True damage has almost no purpose in the context of raids or invasions, but particularly raids, because this thing is going to have such a ridiculously high value. Also, if you don't kill it all the way, you do less damage to it overall. So let's say we go and do 100 damage to it right now, doing true damage. We obviously kill out the rest of the team, but let's say we lose. That only counts as us doing 100 damage, whereas physical damage can apply way, way more to him. So even if we don't end up getting the kill, we still end up getting a lot of damage down. It's also one of the reasons why Mang and Mang-like weapons are so good against this thing, because right here, we just secured all of that damage right there, which is almost the entirety of his HP. Whereas if we would have done it with, let's say, a true damage, we would have done a lot less than that throughout the entirety of the battle if we would have lost. By the time we kill the rest out, by the time we kill out the rest of his team, we would have only done like 60, 70, 80, 100 damage to him, whereas one single main cast would have rushed that instantly. So even worse comes to worse, we still score decently. Which is pretty much why you have to always use Mang or a Mang-like equivalent. Okay, we'll go and try to get this thing's full mana so we can kill out the boss. Once we kill out the boss, there really isn't much of a threat left, so we'll go grab that. He just leaves it for us. Thank you very much. We could try for one of these cascades. Not worth going for, though. So I'm actually going to take that out just so we don't have to deal with them. He gives us free skull. Very nice, and that's match off the damage. I could just skull him. Don't even need a cast. And even if we did, we still had enough damage to kill it out. And there we go. Hello, Chew. New to the game. Does anyone know at what point does your hero turn mythic? 500. Level 500, your hero turns mythic and gets a border. Level 100, it turns legendary, and level 500, it turns mythic. Okay, we'll go stun that. 500 isn't too bad these days, compared to what it used to be. You can occasionally get extra EXP from Guild Wars, and also EXP rates due to 4 times speed is existing within the game. It makes it a lot easier than it used to be, that's for sure. Still takes quite a bit of time though, but definitely not as hard as it was before, at least. They have simplified it quite a bit. We'll go get that. We'll go and throw it out on the last slot. Get the hit down. Oops, that's not enough damage, is it? Okay, we'll go throw another hit down. And now we just need to go poke this guy twice. Or once, actually. And down it goes. 501. I'm pretty sure it's exactly at 500. Though that would be funny if they made it 505. Because 505 games. I'm surprised they don't make that reference at all anywhere within the game. Alright, let's go throw Mang down. Go throw it under their last slot. See if we can get an explosion down. Which one do we stun? Well, I guess we'll stun out first slot, do that. See if we can get anything going here. Doesn't look like it. Take skull, kill it out. And we'll just work down the line. Don't have any alignment, so we'll go get the raid boss kill option, which is yellow or blue. This will give us the highest chance of landing one of those. Didn't get it, though. And then he just moves out the way. I guess we'll throw another Mang down and go for a poke. That or just keep accumulating mana, so we'll do that. That gives him some free red, a free skull. Doesn't even give us alignment, but he does give us a skull. I can't really use Mang for much value other than tearing off armor now. Let's try for a lucky explosion. We'll stun him out. And... oh, we did. We actually landed it. Nice. Only problem is I have no follow-up. That's worth going for. So we'll just go for that. Stun him out again. Wow, very lucky. 2 times in a row. And down it goes. And that's why we use him. You never know when he might do something useful. More often than not, he's not going to do anything useful. But as you can see, there's still no point in using Hope's Crescent. There are 63, 65, actually 65 is almost there, but 56. We still need to go about 10 more battles or so before we could start one-shotting all of them. And even then, we're going to miss Brown, but we'll try revamping and try Hope's Crescent out once we reach that point. Because if nothing else, it gives a really, really quick kill on the boss. The only problem is it makes the rest of the battle more difficult. But we'll see how it goes. And we'll at least try it a couple times, probably tomorrow. Because at that point, we'll be a level range where, or an HP range where it would work. Okay, we'll go and we'll take the Brown, get a Mang going. He's gonna 2-shot us soon with damage, or actually more so 3. But let's go and take the green over. See if we can get anything here. I guess we'll try for the yellow, get that up. Oh, I left that for him. Ah. Oh, luckily he didn't do too much, but still. We're also in the point where we can't even go and kill that out anymore. Oops, I should have taken those purples first. Not that big a deal, though. So now we just need to poke him with anything. Even Mang would do it. Doesn't matter what. And as soon as we get that up, we'll pretty much be matched. So we'll actually do it off a Banshee, off an extra turn. Perfect. Got another Mang. Not really worth going for. Guess we could try for a Skull or something there. We'll try taking that up. Skull dead. There we go. Can you answer the dungeon question? Sure. My bad. What was the question you mentioned? What criteria should a player use to decide whether or not to buy the daily dungeon offer? The criteria you should use is do it on Sunday and never do it on any other day other than Sunday, is the criteria you should use for those. So, yeah, on every single day you ignore it, and then on Sunday you obtain it. The reason you do it on Sundays is because it's a lot more resources. It gives you 80 diamonds. It doesn't give you any of the colored thing, but it gives you 80 diamonds, which is really nice. It gives you 2 gem keys. It gives you 1 celestial. On a normal day, it doesn't really give you as much. And unless you're like a super ultra late game player, you wouldn't really bother throwing this down in most situations. I was for the longest of time because we didn't know exactly what these resources would be used for. But then we finally figured out what they'd be used for. They're pretty much just used for pet food. So not really that worth it to keep doing it. Even how far I am within the game, I've just been not doing it. And instead, all of the gems I've been saving from not doing it every day, I've been putting towards doing Bounty Hunter instead. I've just been throwing all my gems at that instead. So, yeah, I would only bother doing it on Sunday. And that's it. Never do it on any other day. Actually, while I'm here, let me go do it right now. We're already in the menu. Let's go switch into this, clear out the one Vargolai guy, and get a firebomb in there. Or Vargoyle, whatever you say, however you say him. Get a firebomb, and let's go get these cleared real quick. Yeah, twitch.tv/infinity+2 is where Salty will be streaming. She'll be live in 45 minutes, and we'll pretty much be streaming up to that point. Hopefully Salty will give us codes before then. Let me see. Has she given us any codes yet? Nope. No codes yet. Let's see. We'll go and get a sunbird down. Also, someone messaged me. We were working on some videos and graphics as we speak. Then has also been no changes made. Oh, interesting information. With the changes that they made with the new resources, they're actually not reducing any of the drop rates for already existing resources. That's kind of nice. And the other thing that she mentioned is they are making some videos up for next patch already. Ooh. Next patch soon, TM. No, we already know. They're trying for, I believe, by the end of the month, because she already accidentally spoiled it. But, yeah, very soon we'll have next patch ready to go. They're already trying to make some preview videos and stuff for it, which means it's, like, right around the corner. Probably, like, 2-3 weeks. Will your sigils roll over to the next day if you don't use them? Yes, sigils roll over from day to day, but they do not roll over from week to week. So you have the entire week to go and use them up. Well, basically how sigils work is you have to log into the game in order to get your 4 free sigils per day. They carry over throughout the entire week if you don't use them from day to day, but they do not carry over from week to week. Yeah, they carry from day to day, they carry from week... they carry from day to day. They don't carry from week to week, and you have to log on every day to get your free 4. And that's pretty much how they work. And of course you can get more from spending gems within the shop, which generally isn't worth it. I would say for the most part, for raids and invasion, only go to about tier 3 or 4. Tier 3 gives you every unique, tier 4 just makes it slightly easier. And as far as bounty hunter, either just completely skip it, get up to 2, or max it out to get every reward. One of those 3 are the only 3 you should ever really do. As far as pet events, you pretty much just ignore ever buying any. They're generally a waste of gems to go and buy, unless it's a insanely good effect that you need. The one coming out this Wednesday is definitely one to skip on. All it is Glacial Peaks event, or Glacial Peaks bonus, I mean, which has currently 0 synergy within the game. And there we go. And of course I don't go for this anymore, so we won't need that. And that's the dungeons for today. But yeah, the next pet that's coming in, it's Glacial Peaks. I don't believe it says it anywhere on this thing, but it is Glacial Peaks bonus, or it should be. And obviously takes blue food. What place did you end up on the bounty leaderboard? 88th, I believe it was. Though if I used all my battle, I think I would have been around 50th. I just didn't want to put in the time for only 25 gems. But, yeah, we ended up making it. We only got a green orb. I think I just swallowed that fruit bug that was around there. But it was like swirling around while I was eating. Anyways, earlier. Yeah, we only got a green orb from it, so it wasn't really that much. We got 75 of our gems back and a green orb. I accidentally clicked claim all when I claimed my resources on Monday morning. I mean, this morning when I went to go record the video. I always do that sometimes. I keep forgetting. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot we got an orb the previous week. Because the only time I normally have orbs on Monday is specifically from Bounty Hunter, because I never try for a leaderboard on any other time. It's normally not worth it. I guess technically in some instances raids or invasions could be worth it just because a lot less people bother trying for it. But the score still seems to be pretty contested towards the higher end of the board. Like, look at that, he's still going to 63,000, which is ridiculously high compared to everyone else who's around. But yeah, you can see, even like the lower end of the leaderboard, it's relatively low still. Even with the battles that we're doing, I think we reach like 5,000, 6,000 by using all of them. So leaderboard really isn't that high. If we just went like a few packs higher, we'd end up instantly getting an orb, which is kind of cool. It's just not worth it though. Maybe on a kingdom that has better troops. You have to keep in mind too, you're getting a lot of Ghulvania troops, and most of them will probably just be duds if you already have them all. Oh, that does remind me. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but I got a plague on my other account. But what I also did this morning is I ended up getting a random Crimson Bat off my off this account, just randomly when I was getting the Ghulvania stuff, which was kind of cool. You can actually get Draculus from it too, though the chance is ridiculously rare. I believe it has about the same chance as a gem key, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there. So a decent chance that you could get Legends and Mythics. Just doesn't happen that often. Do you watch the 3.5 update stream in 40 minutes? Yes, I'll be there. And I'll be taking notes. Well, not really taking notes, I kind of already know. I'll be taking notes on what she says so I can know what I can say. Because anything that she discloses, I can disclose. And probably elaborate on ever so slightly further. Then I'll probably ask her about stuff too, to deliberately make her show stuff so I can show more. I still can't stream it though, unfortunately. Like she is. Or maybe I'll ask her again later tonight when she gives me the codes if I can stream it tomorrow. Because that'd be really cool if we could actually stream some of next version. Because she's literally about to. I don't see why we couldn't. But I'll give her the ask. Maybe I'll even ask her on stream. We'll see. Because she still hasn't answered me back on the forum yet. Let me see. Nope, still no response. Even though she literally just messaged someone like 8 minutes ago. She still hasn't responded to mine. She's deliberately ignoring me. No. We'll go and we'll move that down. See if we get a Banshee anywheres. Doesn't look like it. Take the brown over. Double check everything else. Throw a skull. Take the red down. And we'll take skull dead. You've been playing for a month and you only have 1,000 diamonds. It's still decent. Especially for your first month. I believe naturally you would end up gaining almost 2,000 diamonds per month. But that's like more towards later in the game once you get them a bunch from the guild and stuff. How do you get 3,000 more so you can make a fair straw? You'd basically just have to wait over a long duration of time by constantly doing the dungeons every single day. You also get several from your guild every single week, assuming that your guild is getting up to the point where they get that far in tasks. Could be that you're in a lower guild that you're not reaching them yet, but eventually you'll be able to get into a bigger guild, or your guild would have progressed enough to the point where you would start getting diamonds every week from your guild specifically. I think it's only 175, but of course over the course of a month, if you were to get all 175 of those every single day, that would be... Wait, is it 175 or is it 150? No, it'd be 150, because I believe it's broken up 25 each. So that'd be 600 diamonds per month on top of that you would just be getting from your guild. And I believe with all things considered, it is around approximately 2,000 diamonds per month that you can potentially accumulate without actually spending any money whatsoever. Let's see. But yeah, still getting at least 1,000 like you just said. That's still perfectly fine as a newer player. You just have to be patient and wait for it. Okay, we'll go and take the Mang down. You don't really need a fair straw immediately anyways. Not until you're really going and trying to upgrade all of your kingdoms or trying to get a Dawnbringer do you really need a fair straw. Okay, we'll go and... doesn't look like we have much else to go for. We'll stick to brown there. He gives us a skull we need. Thank you very much. We'll take those yellows. Can we grab it for a skull? No, we cannot. So we'll go and double poke him. That'll be enough to kill. Do that. Throw the Banshee down for the cleanup. It doesn't look like we have any alignment, but I'm still going for it. Just to secure the kill. He's going to get a summon, but it's a really weak summon. But still, nonetheless, that will be enough for him to meat shield us. I think we're going to hold my ability. And with the held ability, I think we're going to go and throw it on his summon. So I'm going to try for a skull here. Didn't get it. So we're going to Mang that just to get it out the way. We'll take any extra turns we see. Good, we didn't get a skull. Hopefully he'll set one up for us next turn. Oh, no, we got a skull. There we go. But still, I had to waste that skull. So I still got stuck having to waste one. Oh, well, let's go take some mana, I guess. Now we need to try to bait him into giving us a skull, or simply take one ourselves, so we'll do that. Take that down. Try if we can find another one. Throw some explosions down, maybe some Mang, go from there. Do that. Throw a hit down. Go, lucky explosion. Nope, not quite. Gives him the skull he needs. Hit him with a little poke. And dead. Off of way overkill, like 140 something damage overkill. And there we go. I guess we'll throw down one more raid boss and we'll use the rest of them for tomorrow. And see how that goes. And by that point, I guess we will be able to try, most likely, the other suggestion that was made. And we could try it with a combination of the Priestess and Last Slot, as well as that other weapon. Because we're almost at the point where we can start one-shotting all of them. Yeah, I believe actually we are at the point where we can start one-shotting all of them. Because we're starting to get to that HP range. We have 65. And they are all actually higher than us right now. So for tomorrow, we will be able to go and at least attempt it and see what we can do with it. Can you answer your question? What was your question? You need a Divine Ishbala team for PvP. What do you have? With no mythics or with mythics? Because there's a huge difference between 4 times Divine with and without mythics. Actually, can you even build it without mythics? Because most of the core divines that you would use, you would need at least like one of the really big mythics, like either Ubistet or Infernus or something like that, because that's one of the things that puts a 4x divine team together. The only thing that I believe you can do is some kind of divine Ishbala into Forest Guardian combination if you are running with 0 mythics, which is still decent. You're almost level 750 and not 1 mythic, not even, and really good legendaries besides Glaceon and Bloodhammer. That can happen sometimes. It really just comes down to luck and how many resources you're getting from your guild. You have to keep in mind, level is a very bad representation of how much progress you actually have within this game. It more so has to do with resources than your actual level. There are probably level 100s that have more resources than some level 1000s, just because if you level very slowly, you can end up accumulating a lot more. And depending on if you use like really quick leveling methods like questing and stuff like that, you could like expedite your leveling a bit too quickly. Level generally doesn't mean how much progress you have until you hit like level 1100 plus and stuff like that, because that by that point you would definitely have a decent amount of resources. But for the most part, at lower level ranges, it has almost no correlation with the amount of resources you have. Because there could be something like a level 250 player who plays very casually over like a year or two, or someone who gets level 250 in like 1 month and they have barely anything. We'll go through a Mang down, get the hit. Go and take the green. Actually, we'll take the red. Take another red. And what do we need here? Trying to take a skull, but there's no way that we can get a guarantee. Oh yeah, there is. Never mind. As I'm just like staring right at the move that's about to give me a guarantee skull. Throw that. Take a skull if we can right here. Very nice. Free turn too. Very, very nice. And does that match? No, I need to poke him twice, which is pretty much match. We'll throw this down at him, and then we just need to follow it up with essentially everything or anything, and down it goes. There we go. And now we'll have 7 battles for tomorrow, which comes out to like 11 to 13, depending on how lucky our Val Ravens are. So sweet. Where does that leave us for now? We're actually number 5 in our guild. And if we were to go use all the battles, that would bring us to about, I would say, 5,000, based on current. And how's that on the leaderboard? Not really close. That's mainly because we haven't bought in enough battles. Nor do I really intend on doing it. They actually cost, they're quite expensive during raids and invasions, actually. Although you do get a lot of battles from that, though. 20 battles. I don't think I could bear doing that many battles in raids or invasion. Especially on a week like this. That would be like torture, getting that many. And perfectly fine just getting this extra 9. Yeah, we could get 5, then 6, then... what does that actually come out to per sigil? On the final one, it comes out to... let's see... Maths. It's 25 each, right? Yeah, it's 25 each. But then if you compare it to something like this, though, it comes out to nowhere near 25 each. Almost like, what, 70-something? 60-something? Yeah, 60-something. 65 or something. Somewhere around there. Yeah, which is way, way more expensive. But still, they're so expensive! Why do they cost so many gems? I never even realized how much more expensive they are during raids and invasions, because I only ever maxed them out during Bounty. During Bounty, it only costs like 1,100 or so gems, whereas in this game mode, it's somewhere around 1,600 almost to go and max out, which is quite a bit more expensive. Anyways, that's that. What was your question? You have a few questions. Where do you get the code from the developers of the game? Is Behemoth good? No, it is not. Is Krog good? Krog the Dread? No. So the answer is the developers, no and no. Behemoth is useless and Krog the Dread is useless. Behemoth is only very occasionally used as a last slot tank if you need an impervious last slot tank. And Krog is only used in nothing. Essentially nothing. It's just too weak in most situations. Even with Skull Spam, it generally doesn't get Devour. If you try doing its mana accumulation just so it could summon, it's not even that good of a summon, and so on and so forth. It's just not worth using. Let's see. What else did I miss? But yeah, if I missed any other questions, let me know. Oh yeah, I haven't actually been watching anything from E3. What kind of highlights are there that were noteworthy from anyone who's been watching it? I haven't actually been watching, like, any of it at all. So if anyone wants to catch me up a bit, let me know. If there's any really big reveals. Okay, let's go get the, Oh, Gargoyle doesn't actually bring it up, even though I keep pronouncing it like it. I completely forget what it's called now. The new troop I'm looking for. Because I'm trying to go do a little bit of soul farming real quick. And explore. Just to get some quick kills. Where to go, where to go? Where to go, where to go, where to go? Ghulvania. Let's go get that. Let's go get the... There it is. Boom. Okay. Let's go get this into the Explore Kingdom. I have the least amount of arcanes in, which is this one. Bring it back to normal difficulty. I only need the higher difficulty for when we were doing, what's it called? For when we were doing, soul farming. Technically we were soul farming with this too, but we're more so killing the battle off quickly than specifically soul farming. Also, that new troop was actually there. Surprising. Oh wow, we found a treasure gnome. You know, I've been noticing quite a few treasure gnomes the last few days. I got 2 this morning just in preparing for the, video. I don't know if they increased it or if I've just been getting lucky the last few days, but one of them dropped me 20 gems as well. I almost lost the battle, and really good I didn't, because, yeah, when I was preparing for the video this morning, 20 gems, boom, just off a random gnome, which is one of his better drops. Yep, and there's 5 gems, look at that. Very nice. What boss level should you switch teams? Well, that depends on your stats and everything. You always want to go and start using, but you kind of have to judge it on your own. But when you find that the enemy teams are starting to overpower you, you're always going to want to switch into some kind of Mang version alternative. If you aren't already using it. But I'm pretty much just using it for all of it this week. Look at this! Is anyone else getting really higher drop rate for gnomes all of a sudden? Or has it just been me lately? Because they're like everywhere. It feels like it's the gnome event right now. With how many gnomes there's been. That or I'm just been getting really lucky the last, just today. Like ever since reset this morning, it feels like it's a gnome event. With how many I've been getting. 1 event key. For a second I thought that said 1 vault key. I was like, what? I haven't gotten a single vault key during a non-vault event since the very first few days since gnomes came out. Let's see. I would normally give a code today, but Salty didn't give me more yet. Unless she sent them to me already. But she still hasn't sent me any. I asked her on last Monday. I asked her on Thursday. I asked her on Friday. And asked her again last night and then today. And still we have not gotten any. Dun dun dun. Forever alone. I don't know what's up with that, but it's probably because it takes her a little bit of time to create them and stuff, but hopefully she'll get around to it today. Yeah, I probably won't have any during my specific stream, but at least Salty will still have some. And since we'll just be raiding her anyways, we'll just get our codes from there. What hero class are you running for raid? I'm running Archer fully traded. The reason for this is a 15% chance to instantly kill, which is the highest instant kill of any hero class currently. It also starts with half mana. You pretty much always want to use a half mana start weapon for raids and invasions. And Archer's just the most well-rounded for it, so generally it gets used. Unless you specifically need one of the other half mana starts for other troops on your team. If you're using it only for your hero, you tend to use Archer only. If you need it for other troops, you tend to use Titan, because there's a lot of somewhat decent giants out there that could be used on some of the other days. Mainly because the trolls are spread out through all the kingdoms, so you can normally use something like your hero using a Mang-like weapon followed by a troll in front of it that gives you mana generation. Of course, Ghulvania doesn't have that, but there are kingdoms that do. Please cast. There we go. If anyone still has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. I'll make sure to do so. Otherwise, at the moment, I'm just farming some event gems. Actually, I should probably just be doing this in PvP instead. I don't have any need to go rush them. We're probably going to have way more than enough by the end of this week. You know what, maybe we'll go do some arena, actually. I haven't done arena for a while. Better actually go do some soul farming. because it's always nice to have more souls for when they start adding more mythic weapons. Seriously though, has anyone, I don't think anyone answered me yet on that. Has anyone actually been getting a higher drop rate of treasure gnomes today? It feels exactly like a treasure gnome event drop rate. All today so far. 2,500 gold. That one was actually the most useless drop I gotten so far. Most of the other ones were pretty good that I've been getting. Yeah, it's odd. Even just this stream in the last like 5 to 10 minutes, that's the third one, isn't it? Because we got 5 gems, we got 1 event key, and then we got 2,500 gold. Just since we started exploring here. What are the codes for? They're small little redeems that end up giving you some free resources within the game. Generally, they give you 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Sometimes they have slightly different rewards, like trait stones and stuff. You have gotten significantly more treasure gnomes? Okay, so I'm not going crazy. So it is just oddly more treasure gnomes today then, for no reason whatsoever. Oh, we'll go get a Rowan down. Well, you might as well keep doing this then. Maybe we can actually get normal rate of, Oh, for a second I thought that was a real pet gnome. I was like, wait, what? This is the wrong game mode. Wait, pet gnomes can actually appear in this game mode? That's odd. It's not a real one, but I didn't realize that the fake one could actually appear here. Wonder if all of the gnomes can appear fakely in Explore. Also, I wonder if that's why they even added them into the game, just to troll people. Because they don't have any applicable use on any team ever. The only thing they're ever used for is just to mess around, like put it on your defend team, just be like, ah, it's not a real one. 7 pet gnomes, wow. That's a lot of pet gnomes. Maybe I should go head over to Arena then, if that's the case. I've gotten 5 treasure gnomes today and 0 pet gnomes. And that's been in only about 2 hours of playing, because I haven't been playing too much today. Or I should say 2 hours of playing within game modes that actually has the capability of dropping it. Because of course we were in raids for a good number of time. Yeah, we'll move that over. Get Sunbird down. Hopefully that's enough damage. No, it's not. That's why you always throw the Firebomb first. And okay, let's move that over. Get Sunbird down. And good to go. Also, we're getting extra souls for every single one of these battles. Assuming we can win 3 per minute. I don't know if we actually can with this particular team. I think we are. How many souls is that? I'm curious. Let's see. Let's just say 51 times 3. That's about what we could do. And times that by 60. So by using this guy in our team, we're actually gaining about 9,180 souls per hour. That's obviously pretty low, but that's not the main reason why we're actually doing this. But we're pretty much just passively gaining that on top of everything, so that's kind of cool. I'd still prefer the gold. The 400 gold is way more useful to me than the extra 40 souls. But it's still kind of cool being able to get it. Alright, we'll go to that. Yeah, let's go head over to Arena or something then. Given that gnomes seem to be a little bit more common right now for no reason. Let's go clear our little event thing. Oh, the only problem with that is... oh yeah, that's funny. Maybe I should go do PvP. Because Arena doesn't actually count as kill count for your thing. Oh, we'll still go do it. Let's go run through one arena. It's been a while. Okay, we'll just grab every yellow and just play it out that way. Oh, of course you would give me a non-yellow. Which one of these is the best? They're all horrible. Freeze no. Probably you. And yeah, I think we go for this guy. Probably still not worth using though. I completely forgot his colors already. I think we need Sister if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Is that worth using? We do cover everything, right? I believe that is. What are we missing? We got 5 or 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got everything. I guess we'll just run with this. I'm not gonna bother mass repicking. What's your damage? Oh, you both have 9 attack? Oh, cool. Sweet. Okay, let's go put it on hard difficulty and go run through Arena real quick. It's not the best of teams, but it should be enough to function. So we'll take that, get Dawnbringer to full, throw down Dawnbringer, pretty much instantly kill him off of Dawnbringer, go from there. So we'll do that. We'll need a second Dawnbringer. He'll do his little thing, get a little bit of weird mana accumulation. He'll take a skull on our barrier, which is pretty much nothing. We get that up, which does pretty much nothing. Everything does pretty much nothing. Oh, so still taking those yellows. I think we could have gotten them for free. We'll do that. Throw a hit on him. He's easy kill at that point. Hunter's Mark on him is one shot when we take skull. Not when he takes skull, when we take skull. Of course he would get it. But we'll go and throw it down again. That is 1 damage from kill. What do you do triple damage based on? Green. So that's barely going to hit anything. But hopefully we'll find some greens out there on hero that we can actually kill. I guess Runic Blade users would hit it pretty well. Though not too many people this late in the game use Runic Blade. Everyone's using Dawnbringer, which means it's getting converted into those other weird weapons. Like he was using that Titan Slayer thingy, because he was actually technically using Dawnbringer. Okay, what do we need here? We'll go take a, we'll take all into Dawnbringer, I guess. Everything that's Dawnbringer related we'll go and grab from the board. Take the skull. See if we can cascade anything here. It doesn't look like it. Try for it though. Got it, partially. Take another poke. See if we can go get a Dawnbringer for that. And that's pretty much match. Don't think he has enough yellow for it. No, he doesn't. So we'll just go for 1 of the pokes. And then, actually, you know what? Let's just take our mana. Can't even take our mana, really? I need a red or a purple, neither of which are available. He has 1 HP, and down he goes. Yeah, the codes still do not work on console, unfortunately. It works on every version except PS4 and Xbox One. Works on the Amazon version, works on the PC version, works on the all mobile versions, but it does not work on either console version. Okay, what do we need to move? We'll go try, nothing's really worth taking. Luckily we cascaded red, so that works out. I'll take a skull here, but that's fine. Wait, how are we not full mana on Dawnbringer? So we'll go move that over, just to not give it anything. Get the Dawnbringer in there. And if this thing had full mana, that would still not be enough to kill, because it's not enough to kill first slot out. See what else we have to move around. We'll take the red there. Guess we'll just go for a second Dawnbringer at this point, since I don't think anything else will be much quicker than it. So we'll take the skull. Still need a Dawnbringer. That hasn't actually changed anything. We're frozen, so we lose our turn, but that's enough to kill it. And down it goes. On to the next one. What do we have? Up to 3. Hopefully we'll find a pet gnome on one of these. It is possible to find pet gnomes here. Same rate as within PvP. Technically higher rate. Not because it's a higher rate, but because you can win quicker in this game mode than you can in PvP in most situations. Okay, we'll go and take the blue, take the green. Go get Dawnbringer down, take it off of yellow. Oh, we didn't surge. That's not good. We'll waste our turn to go get that to full mana. Takes away all my blues. Don't think he has any alignment, but we do, so we'll grab that. Get a Dawnbringer on him, throw a random hit, go from there. Actually, you know what? We'll just go for that. Dawnbringer out, hit the rest of his team. Super high attack right there, 23, but not going to make any difference. Grab all those browns, which we don't even need. Get a kill off of that, and now we just need 1 more Dawnbringer. Actually, probably should just went for that in the first place, because we still would have needed to go for it regardless. I could have taken that for an extra turn too, but we gained more mana taking it that way. And now we have full mana, and then we just kill it with that. And down it goes. On to the next one, halfway point. I forgot how much we even get for an arena run. Isn't it like 3,000 something souls? Which is not too bad. You can do that in about 10 minutes or so, or less. Let's see. Oh, we'll just take that, why not? This draft is pretty bad though. It's pretty much just running Dawnbringer, which is pretty much how I always draft, but you know, it's bad in that it doesn't have enough yellows. Generally, if you're going a Dawnbringer kind of build, you just go 100% all yellow and don't even care what anything is unless it's a mana generator. But we didn't have that as possibilities for our picks, so we couldn't do that. All we need now is just the last little bit of our mana. None of it's available though. Every single color here, yet none of which we actually need. Where even is the move? Purple? Really? Okay, we'll take that. At least we got a red off it, if nothing else. He gives us some reds as well off his ability. Thank you very much. What is that? That fiery thing? Cool. What's that thing? A fire? That is very cool. That is the opposite of what fire is. Okay, we'll take a skull here. We don't need the skull specifically, but I just don't want him having it in case he feels like trying to kill it. Good thing he's not using a dragon hero class right now, or else that'd be tearing us apart. It does still gain the bonus if you set your hero as a dragon and you use a Dragatar on your team. You'd still retain its bonus that it gets. And kill it out with that. And there we go. Oh, sorry, Salty Dog. What was your question? Who other than Gorgolfa can you use with Glaceon and King Bloodhammer? You can go with, I assume you mean, Explosion. Well, you can go and use Glaceon first slot and use a Captain Skullbeard behind it and do a team with, which goes, Glaceon, Captain Skullbeard, one other troop, and Bloodhammer would be your team. It would use your Glaceon as the tank instead of your Gorgolfa. Because it is pretty much as tanky as a Gorgolfa. It's 65% reduction. It's essentially the exact same thing. Almost. Close enough. Oh, we'll go move that over. Of course, it assumes you have it fully traded, though. Okay, I can't take the Doom Skull now since I took that. I guess we will take one skull, but I want to take my mana first, so we'll do that. So he can't interrupt it. Then we'll take our skull. I want to make sure that this Dawnbringer does enough damage. Though, even though I just did that, I still think we don't have enough. It's 17 damage. Oh, that's his exact HP. Perfect. No, it isn't. What? It is 16. 10. Oh, duh. I was looking at that number for whatever reason, adding it to that. Yeah, okay, we were one short. Well, it looks like we need a whole nother Dawnbringer now. Fail. Look at those 1 HP. 3 things on his team survive with 1 HP. Really? What a miscalculation right there. The miscalculation of his entire team surviving. Luckily we're getting a bunch of skulls. Actually, at this point we can just kill it with skulls. Perfect. And then just do this. Don't even need another Dawnbringer. A little bit annoying I have to kill a bunch of 1 HPs, but oh well. Not much we can do about it. We don't have split damage either or anything. Which actually would be pretty nice if we had like a Sunbird. If this was Sunbird, that would be insanely good. But we don't. Or that isn't, I should say. Yeah, Salty's streaming at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 14 minutes from now. And she's doing spoilers for next patch. And whatever she spoils, I can spoil. I'll go move that. We'll go and... what do I need? I guess we'll take the blue there. Oh, whoops, that gives him... never mind, that's not the way you should have taken it. We'll go and throw Dawnbringer down. We could actually lose our hero. Gotta be really careful about that, too. We can legitimately lose this if we lose our hero. When it's that low anyways. Okay, we'll go and, yeah, just go all in Dawnbringer at this point. Easiest way to have a chance of still winning. Every move goes straight into Dawnbringer. Take that out. I probably should have taken the skull, but oh well. And all we have to do now is hit him with anything. It doesn't even matter. We'll go get her up. And that'll be the final blow we need. I don't even think we casted her for an extra turn yet, have we? Oh no, and we still haven't, because he just did a heal off of the weapon. Do you even see that that was the weapon he's using? And then it goes, well, technically he's using Dawnbringer. That's just the weapon that it changed to. And one more. Nope, we didn't get any pet gnomes or anything. Unfortunate. I'll go take a blue. At least we still get the standard arena reward, if nothing else. Also, thank you, Matthew Match, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. If anyone else still has any other questions or anything that I missed, let me know. Something new in Arena in 3.5. I actually didn't bother checking on Arena. I don't believe there is. If I'm not mistaken, Arena is still exactly the same. They might not be tweaking Arena until they tweak trophies in general within the game. When they tweak, like, PvP later this year. But no, I believe Arena is getting no change whatsoever. Though I did not actually double check that. Same as Treasure Hunt. Treasure Hunt's not being touched either. At least not this patch. Okay, we'll go waste our turn because I don't want to give him something here. We'll take this goal. Now all we have to do is poke him with any 1 damage and we're good to go. Take the yellows. Take the other blues. Get a Dawnbringer down. And 1 HP Dawnbringer, but hey, at least it still gets it down. And what do we get from this? I actually forget what the full payout even is these days for us. We get 30 trophies, 5 glory keys, 3,648 souls, and 10,560 gold. And we can do that approximately every 10 minutes, give or take a few minutes. So assuming 6 per hour, what is actually the current rate of Arena? That comes out to, with a Dawnbringer though. Of course, it's a lot quicker with Dawnbringer. So 30 times, so what does that come out to? 6 per hour. So that's 200, or, oh no, never mind. That's 180 trophies per hour. That's 30 glory keys per hour, which if you can convert that into glory, that's basically 600 glory. which is essentially the exact same amount of glory that you get from treasure hunt spamming. So there, I never really put it that way before. I think I did once in the past, but yeah, it is pretty much exactly the amount of glory you get from doing what's it called? Treasure hunt. Of course, you would specifically need to have the maps already and stuff like that, but still, it's essentially the exact same rate. For newer players, it's still better to go do specifically treasure hunt, though, I'd probably say. Anyways, 3648 times 6. That is 21,888 souls per hour. I've heard people be able to get like as high as 30,000 souls per hour in Arena. I have no clue how they do that, though. Or maybe they were just over-exaggerating it. But generally, I would say the rate is like 15,000 to 25,000. And based on just one every 10 minutes, it's 21,888 based on my current bonuses. And the gold is pretty useless, but we'll still go calculate that out. Let's add minus 1,000 from that as well. So 9,560, because we have to pay 1,000 to actually get into the game mode, and times that by 6. And that comes out to only 57,360 gold per hour, which is to be expected. It's very bad for gold. But the only reason anyone really does this for is it's an okay way to obtain keys. It's actually a pretty decent way to obtain trophies, and probably actually one of the best, if not the best in the entire game, way to obtain trophies. And even though they're pretty irrelevant, but still some people like collecting them. And souls is the only really good rate. And to get rid of all those, no thank you. And there we go. Yeah, VIP level affects it, armor affects it, our little pet affects it very smallly, not that much, but it's giving us 4% extra, stuff like that. Have you tried Vargalil with the Skull Spam team instead of Apothecary? It would work. It wouldn't be worth doing just for the 40 souls, but it would technically work, yes. If you wanted to go use something like the Gorgolfa Glaceon, that troop that we would get 400 glory for, 400 souls for every single battle we use it in, and Bloodhammer. It would function, but it wouldn't be worth doing. Let's see. Yeah, the dungeon offer on PC and mobile actually costs you money instead of gems. On the console version, this actually costs you gems. And it would probably be worth doing definitely on Sunday. Most of the other days, I'd probably still ignore it, though. I believe people on console said it costs 150 gems instead of $5. Kind of weird that it's $5 on the other two game modes, because normally they keep everything pretty uniform. It just seems kind of odd that it costs money on here, but gems on the other one. Because in the past, I probably would have thrown that a lot more if it actually only cost gems instead. You get better rewards on higher difficulties. Yeah, for Arena, but you can't make it any higher than hard more often than not. You either just do normal or hard for Arena. Oh, never mind. It is exactly the same now. It used to be different. Oh, never mind. Was it only on PS4? Maybe it wasn't even all console versions. Maybe it was just PS4 specifically then. Let's see. It's Vargoyle. It's Vargoyle. It's Vargoyle. It's Vargoyle. That's why I keep saying Vargoyle. Or Vargoyle? Vargoyle. I like Vargoyle the most. I'm pretty sure that's not actually what his name's supposed to be, but I think it fits him quite well. A Vargoyle instead of a Gargoyle. Next bounty is in 38 days instead of the normal 4 weeks. Does it mean that we are getting the new game mode in between? Yes, Red Devil. We are most likely getting the new game mode in between. I noticed that immediately as well when the thing ended up showing it earlier. But yes, the new game mode that's coming in less than 38 days will be coming in basically in place of Bounty initially. Or, it's going to be coming in that general time frame, which is why Bounty Hunter got pushed back 38 days from now. Normally, you would say like 28 days from now or something like that. But it's mainly because they're introducing a new game mode next patch, which is going to be not replacing out Bounty Hunter, but it's going to be competing with Treasure Hunt and this new game mode in Bounty Hunter. Eventually, I believe they're going to have it, so every single weekend ever is going to have some kind of event during the weekend. So currently, we only have Bounty Hunter and Treasure Hunt. Then we're going to have a new one coming in next patch, and then probably the patch after that, we'll have another one. And then at that point, basically every single week will be a different weekend-based event of some kind. And that seems to be the way that they're going with it, from what I can tell. What do we spam with Salty when we go head over to our stream? I don't know if she would understand that. Sure, let's keep with the original plan. Spam her with different pronunciations of Ingot. I-N-G-O-T, or however you think you pronounce it. It's Ingot, right? It's Ingot. I believe that was the correct one. I keep pronouncing it incorrectly, though. But yeah, let's spam her with different versions of Ingot, I guess. She'll be a while, though. I think she's still a few more minutes before she goes up. Though I think I will start heading off right now, unless there's any other questions. But yeah, anything Ingot related will work for spamming her. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing. It's actually the same as Vargoil, Vargui, Varweevil. You're making it harder. Varweevil, Vargweevil, sounds like an alarm from a that one SpongeBob video thingy, like that one police alarm thing. That's what that looks like. The pronunciation that you just put there. Oh gosh, I'm out of it right now. Anyways, let me go post Salty stream real quick. I'll just type it out. I think I'll type it out correctly, hopefully. Let's see if I remember off the top of my head. Twitch.tv/infinity+2. But yeah, that's going to be where we're going to be heading afterwards. The Infinity Plus 2. They're going to be streaming version 3.5. So we'll have some spoilers for that. So feel free to ask Salty all the spoiler questions you want, as she will actually be able to answer them. And the more things she shares, the more things I'll be able to share. So ask her as many as you possibly can. And we'll basically summarize them all on Tuesday, as well as mentioning anything else that I might be able to say about next version. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I will be in Salty stream for the next hour, but as far as this stream is concerned, we'll be heading out. But yeah, I guess I'll see you all tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll just be going over raids, probably messing with some different teams, some of which people were mentioning today, maybe some other things as well. Other than that, we'll pretty much be doing the normal. And on Wednesday, we have the new pet. And this Friday, I don't think we have anything this Friday, actually. It's just a normal Friday. But, yep, that's pretty much everything. Hope you all enjoy your week, and I will see you all later or in Salty stream. Do we have a code tomorrow then? Hopefully. If Salty gives me more codes, I'll probably have them spread out throughout the week as well and stuff like that. But, yeah, assuming she gives me more, I'll have a code most likely tomorrow night, and maybe a few other times this week. But yeah, see everyone. Goodbye and good night. And see you at Salty stream if you're going there.